The Nevada exploration scene in the US just had a jolt. Ridgeline Minerals has hit a high-grade sulfide discovery at its Selena project in Nevada. Now, it's part of the company's first deep drill program carried out with South 32, a major partner that can earn up to 80% by investing $20 million. Early assays include over 27% zinc and 379 grams per ton silver in one go, and the system remains only lightly tested. Well, I tell you what, joining us is Chad Peters, CEO of Ridgeline Minerals, to give us more on this. Chad, thanks very much indeed for chatting to us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. That was a great introduction.
Well, look, you've gone from concept to drilled hole at Selena in just one jump, right? Tell us what you set out to prove and how these initial results are delivered.
Yeah, Selena's been a pretty we made the original discovery, a shallow outcropping discovery at Selena in 2020. We put over 10,000 meters into the project, and we've had this projected deep Chinchilla sulfide target that we've proposed since 2022, and we were able to bring in our partner South 32 last August on that $20 million deal that you mentioned. With the idea of, hey, we think this could be the next, potential Taylor deposit analog, which is a major development stage project that South 32 owns in Arizona, one of the largest silver lead zinc deposits in the world. So we proposed, hey, we think this deep target, could be like Taylor, but we need to drill some deep holes to test it. That's what brought them in. We did some geophysics, which again further highlighted the robustness of the project. It's a kilometer-scale geophysical anomaly right where our geologic target sat. And yeah, in our maiden drill program, in our second hole, we've hit multiple intervals of massive sulfides, very zinc-rich to start here. So we hit up to 8.6 meters of over 10% zinc. We had 20 grams silver. We had low-grade gold, lead, copper, and antimony in there as well, reportable intercepts. So incredible first hit, right? Like to take a conceptual target, drill a 1,000-meter deep hole and hit exactly where we thought we would, is a huge validation of the project, and South 32 is just as excited as us with the results.
I would imagine so. And look, some of the figures are eye-catching. One of your holes returned more than 27% zinc and hundreds of grams per ton silver. I mean, that kind of grade is rare. What does it mean for Ridgeline's strategy?
Yeah, we've done a little bit of brief, just kind of looking at zinc and silver deposits globally, and certainly just the zinc grades alone fall into the upper quartile of zinc deposits globally. Now, of course, we're just one drill hole in, so this isn't a deposit yet, but incredibly exciting grades in both zinc and silver. And we think that this is just the start. I mean, we're still drilling that. The hole that we reported on, we're still drilling right now. Hole 53 is still in progress. We'll shut that down soon, and we're going to head to hole 54 next, all fully funded by South 32. And hole 54 is drilling right into the guts of the anomaly. And something that's really important to point out, these systems they're very heat dependent, right? So where we drilled was the closest hole and the deepest hole to the porphyry source. And so we saw high-grade zinc as a result, because zinc prefers the higher temperature. As we kind of step away from that, for example, with hole 54, we're stepping about 700 meters away from that porphyry, and we think that we would hit much higher silver grades, just because you see the system cool. Silver tends to want to deposit more in those kind of areas. So there's going to be a lot of variability. I think we're going to see much higher grades than what we even drilled in this first hole, and it's just a matter of continuing to test.
Which segues very well into my next question, because that's interesting. You're sitting on a kilometer-scale geophysical anomaly, and have only just begun testing it, as you say, right? I mean, with such an early stage data, what possibilities are you allowing yourself to think about on that front?
Well, at over 2 kilometers long and 1.5 kilometers wide, this MT anomaly truly would fit into, just the anomaly would fit into a world-class footprint of an ore body, right? So with only one hole in, obviously a lot more work's required, but I mean, the blue sky on this is incredible. And like you said, we've drilled 2 holes into a 2 kilometer long anomaly. Only a minor percentage of this has actually been tested.
Chad, I want to talk about South 32, right? I mean, they can earn 80% of Selena, but the deal also includes a backing to production debt facility for Ridgeline, right? Why did you structure the earn-in with that finance safety net for your shareholders?
No, you bet. Well, I mean, one of the big reasons actually is I'm one of the largest shareholders in the company myself. So I've invested all of my life savings into buying stock in the company. I believe in what we're doing, and making a discovery is hard. Putting a mine into production is even harder, and it's more dilutive, and it's really hard on shareholders, especially when you're the minority partner. And so a really key piece of this entire negotiation was I had to protect our shareholders, right? From discovery all the way to the first day of production. I wanted to make sure that none of our shareholders were diluted any more than necessary to be a part of a big discovery. And so we really held fast on that in the negotiations, and it was a key part of what we wanted to see. And I'm happy to have gotten that across the line. And I think with the new discovery, that suddenly becomes a very valuable piece to the whole story.
Yeah. Chad, listen, as I let you go, I got to ask you, Nevada has seen world-class carbonate replacement deposit systems, right? You've got the grades now. When will you know if you've got the scale to match it?
Well, that is a great question, right? And it only 2 holes in. All I can do is, kind of point to the larger scale anomaly and all that. But I think over the next 12 months, you're going to see the kind of scale of drill program that is going to very clearly define what this opportunity truly represents. I think that we're going to see thicker intercepts. I think we're going to see higher grade intercepts. This is really just the start of a very, very exciting story for the company. And I think the next 6 to 12 months are going to be incredibly exciting.
Well, I'm going to have to leave it there, but thanks very much indeed. It does sound compelling. Chad Peters is the CEO of Ridgeline Minerals. Thanks very much indeed, Chad, for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.